Elizabeth Eckford is walking into the school building, mobs surrounding her. They are yelling at her, shouting death threats. She's only 16 years old. Is she safe? How did Elizabeth Eckford get in this situation? And who is she? She was one of a barrier-breaking group of 9 brave African-American students. This group, the Little Rock Nine, altered mindsets about the civil rights movement by standing up for themselves at the first integrated school in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1957. They empowered America by breaking the discriminatory barrier of segregation and showing our country what it means for everyone to be an American. In the history of the United States, not all people were treated well or fairly. People of African descent were the minorities. One of the reasons it wasn't fair was separation, also known as segregation, in schools and many other things. The law said that it is fine to separate people into groups if both groups have equal opportunities. But in this situation, they were separated but not equal. Schools that white kids could go to were of great quality and had a good amount of supplies and plenty of money. On the other hand, the schools black kids could go to were of poor quality, did not have enough supplies, and didn't even have enough money to support themselves. The U.S. finally realized in 1954 in Supreme Court that segregated schools were unconstitutional. The justices declared segregation by law violates the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. This court case is also known as the Brown v. Board of Education. Chief Justice Earl Warren announced the court's unanimous decision. Many African American citizens were happy about this, but a number of white Americans were angry at the court and started a protest. The U.S. decided they wanted to let a few African American students into a white school, which was Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. The 9 students chosen were Thelma Mothershed, Minnie Jean Brown, Jefferson Thomas, Terrence Roberts, Carletta Walls, Gloria Ray, Ernest Green, Elizabeth Eckford, and Melba Batillo. They were chosen because of their excellence in schools, their grades, and their good behavior. They deserved to go to a better school that would really help them grow. They were told by the principal that they were chosen to have this opportunity and were enthusiastic. The first day of school, September 4th, was very exciting. They knew it would be hard, but had a positive attitude. 8 of the 9 arranged to go together on the first day of school. They were driven by Daisy Bates, and their parents were not allowed to go with them. But Elizabeth Eckford did not have a telephone, so the message did not get to her. When she arrived at the school, mobs were there and mad. They even spat on her. She saw some soldiers who she was thinking were there to protect her. She was very scared and unsure of what to do, so she followed them all the way to the door. To her surprise, they were never there to protect her. They were sent by Governor Orville Faubus to block her entrance to the school, even though the Supreme Court was allowing them to be in school. Unfortunately, and to their disappointment, the 9 students did not get to go to school. Fortunately, Judge Davies ordered the guards removed on September 20th. And of course, that was exciting for the 9 students and other people throughout America. On September 23rd, their second first day of school, they were escorted by the police to the school. It's better than not going to school at all. There were mobs, but they were safe. Safer. Every day in school was hard. They eventually got somewhat used to getting kicked, punched, or getting death threats yelled at them often. But one of the 9, Minnie Jean, got fed up with people abusing her day after day. So one day in the lunchroom, she dumped her tray of chili on a boy who was one of the tormentors. She got suspended and eventually expelled. She just wanted to break the barrier of unfairness between black and white. But did the kids who bullied and threatened to kill these students get punished? No. These 9 brave students went through these challenges and survived without too many bruises. Ernest Green graduated from Central High in 1958. He was the only one who got the opportunity to graduate there because after this big event, Orville Faubus shut down the schools in Arkansas. The rest of them did graduate, but just not in that school. Because of them, people with a different skin color were treated much better. Not as much harassing, no more segregated schools. They have changed Americans' mindsets, both black and whites, about civil rights. Now the Little Rock 9 members are grown up and doing amazing things. They are very successful and busy adults. They are inspirational speakers and inspire many people and kids to stand up for their rights. They have even forgiven their tormentors who despised, hated, and abused them. 8 out of the 9 are still alive. In 2010, Jefferson Thomas died because he had pancreatic cancer. America would be much different now if it were because of them. Imagine a world where everything would be segregated. You would see 2 different restrooms, one for black and one for white. White in the front of the bus and black in the back. One of the most important things is that it would be unfair. We needed to change our thinking, and these 9 students help us understand that. Today, not all things are perfect. We have learned from them that we need to stand up for ourselves and others to fully break the barrier of inequality.